Moving on now, after resuming office, Prime Minister Narendra Modi poised with his first major international engagement, heading to Italy to attend the annual G7 summit for the advanced economies. There's also a confirmed meeting with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni that is on the agenda, marking their second encounter since a visit to India in March 2023 for the G20 summit. Prime Minister Modi also will be likely meeting US President Joe Biden, French President Emmanuel Macron, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. Also Brazilian President Lula and UAE President Mohammed bin Zayed, who Prime Minister Modi also calls his brother, are the meetings on the card. No confirmation, interestingly, has been made yet regarding a meeting with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who will also be there at the G7, but will a meeting happen amid heightened tensions between the two? That remains to be seen. The G7 meeting, meanwhile, will take place in Italy from the 13th to 15th of June. Discussions will focus on the conflicts also that are raging, the Russia-Ukraine war, Israel-Gaza conflict.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's first visit abroad after assuming charge is to Italy. Over here at the G7 summit is where he will participate and make his presence felt. This is the 50th G7 summit. India has been invited 10 times to the G7 summit as a guest nation, and this would be India's 11th such participation at the G7 summit. A very important one where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will outline major issues that grapple the world. He is going to take part in the outreach sessions as a guest country. This again is his first visit after assuming charge for the third time in India, and on the sidelines of the G7 summit he will be holding bilateral talks as well. The confirmed bilateral talk is with his Italian counterpart Giorgia Meloni. There are other meetings and likely encounters with other leaders such as Biden, Macron, the German Chancellor, and many others. We do not really know whether if there is going to be a meeting with the Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau, or with the Turkish President Erdogan, but there are certainly going to be a few bilaterals on the sidelines of the G7 summit. In Bari, Geeta Mohan for India Today.